Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the open hour of ACCA Oxford Brookes University. So in this session, I'm going to explain you about what is Oxford Brookes University, what is ACCA's qualification, what sort of connection ACCA's qualification is having with Oxford Brookes, and what you are supposed to do in order to obtain the degree. And unfortunately, the degree program is coming to a close. So by which date you are supposed to submit your project if you want to get qualified for the degree. So first of all, let's try to understand what is a degree, what is the difference of degree between and a professional qualification. All right. Small technical issue. So if you take the hierarchy of, before that, about myself, my name is Prasanna Balachandran. I have been acting as the OBU mentor, certified OBU mentor for almost 8 to 9 years now. From 2014-15 onwards, I'm acting as a OBU mentor. So in addition to that, I do lecturing as well as I'm employed in terms of employed within another organization in terms of performing risk management and internal audit related activities. And at the moment, I'm acting as the vice president of ACCA Sri Lanka. So if you have any doubts or any clarification or whatever regarding this degree or regarding whatever I'm going to talk about, you can always feel free to stop me and ask questions. So first of all, let's look at the education hierarchy. So generally, all of you would have done your primary school, high school, then you would have done your O levels, ordinary levels. After completing your O levels, you will be doing your A levels, right? After completing the A level, there is degree. There is a master's after that. You can do master's and then you can do doctors or PhD. So ordinary level is where you basically get a basic understanding about how to conduct your life. Then you specialize an area where you want to learn more, that becomes your advanced level. From whatever you specialized, you further specialize and you do a degree from a university, right? In our case, we are going to do a degree on applied accounting. So how to apply the accounting principles in a real life scenario is what we are going to demonstrate through our degree. So the degree what is offered to you is BSc in applied accounting, right? It's not BSc in accounting, but BSc in applied accounting, where you are demonstrating that you not only that you know what are the accounting principles are, but you are demonstrating how to apply the accounting principles in a business scenario. So when you come to a degree, that is actually the bachelor's level, right? This degree is at a bachelor's level. You learn the theories and you become bachelor of subject matter. That means you become a well-known person in that particular subject matter. So in this case, if you have BSc in applied accounting, that means you have good knowledge about accounting. Thereafter, if you want to continue your education, you can select one more area and you can do your master's. So for example, if you are really interested in accounting, applied accounting, you can further do masters in, for example, enterprise resource planning, or you can do masters in management accounting, you can do masters in uh, what you call theoretical accounting. So like that, you can do further. Many students, after completing the BSc, they opt for MBA programs, Master of Business Administration. So when you come to the Master of Business Administration, the same university which you are going to do your research, that is Oxford Brookes University, they are also giving an MBA. An international MBA is offered by them, right? So you can do that, or you can do whatever which is more applicable for you. So once you do a master's in an area, you are the master of that subject matter. After that, it's not about you learning something, but it's about you giving back something to the knowledge world. That's where you decide to do your doctors or PhD. If you do your doctorate, what you are doing is you are researching about a particular area and you are contributing back. Now, for example, the knowledge is a circle, right? If you study the circle, that means you have done the masters. If you contribute something to expand the circle a little bit, that is doctors, where you are introducing a theory or you are introducing a methodology to the area, the discipline what you have chosen. That's what you call doctors. I wish all of you complete your studies by completing a PhD one day. It's a very exciting and interesting journey. Now, along with this, there are professional qualifications along. Right? You have professional qualifications also come. Now, for example, after O level, you can go for various countries have various levels. In Sri Lanka, we call it as national diploma. You can do a national diploma. Generally, if you have heard about something called technical colleges, they give these national diplomas. After A levels, you can do HND, High National Diploma. In Sri Lanka, we have the advanced technical institutions as well as university colleges, University College of Mathura, University College of Jaffna. They offer high national diplomas. Then the third level is where the professional qualifications falls into. That is where you have different professional qualifications such as ACCA, CA, CMA, CIMA, all these professional qualifications falls into next level. But some of these professional qualification like ACCA sometimes regarded as equivalent to masters completely or equivalent to at least masters 1 year. ACCA has been regarded as equivalent to a master's first year of masters. It has been considered up to that level by many universities. So CFA like that, you can do professional qualifications. The difference between the academic qualification and professional qualification is in an academic qualification, you learn the theory. You learn how to apply the theory. But when it comes to a professional qualification, rather than theory learning, you are learning specially how to apply, how to do a job, how to be an accountant, how to act like an accountant. That's what you learn. So when you come to a degree course, they may not focus on things like your training, things like your ethics, because they are teaching you the academic side. But when you come to a professional qualification, equivalent to the theory, what they do is they teach you the professional, they emphasize on the ethics as well as they emphasize on the professional training which you are supposed to go through. So now I assume all of you would have done, I mean, if you take this degree, first of all, you have to understand what are the minimum qualification you are supposed to have to get eligible for this degree. Of course, you should have done your O levels and A levels, right? Or A level equivalent or whatever you would have done. And along with that, you'd have completed your ACCA. You should have completed your ACCA up to part 2, that is applied skills level. All 9 papers should have been completed. You can get exemptions for all the papers except last 3 papers. The the financial management paper, auditing paper, as well as financial accounting paper, you should not have got an exemption. If you have got an exemption, then you are not eligible to get this degree. If you really want, you can resit for those papers. You can withdraw your exemption and you can resit for these papers and you can apply for the degree program. All of you might know there's something called professional ethics module. You should have completed professional ethics module by September if you are going for November submission. The third qualification, third requirement is you have to check your ACCA website and see whether you are opted in for the degree. Sometimes, even though you are fully qualified to go for the degree, for some reason, the ACCA, your My ACCA site might say you are not opted in for the degree. Then you have to just write to ACCA and make sure that your status looks like opted in for the degree. That's what you are supposed to do. So if the degree, now normally if you take any degree, it is 3 years or 4 years. So if you take this BSc in applied accounting, is also considered as a 3-year degree program. So year 1, year 2, year 3. Year 1 is your first 3 papers of ACCA. Year 2 is equal to your second 3 papers of ACCA. Year 3 is equal to your last 3 papers, that is financial accounting, auditing, and financial management papers. So after that, so most probably by now you would have completed the entire thing. That means you have completed your academic work. So therefore, in order to give you the degree, they expect you to do a research. So that's why you are attending to today's session. So to do the research, there are some certain things which you are supposed to understand. Number 1, you have to understand the last day to submit your research in this program is May 2026. The research can be submitted every twice per year. So you have an option of submitting by November 2024 or May 25, November 25, and May 26. Generally, if you fail, right, they give you 2 attempts. You can resubmit twice. So if you, for example, if you fail in November, you can apply in May, redo in May, or you can redo in December 2026. But if you wait for the last submission, that is May 2026, you may be getting only 1 more chance to resubmit. Therefore, don't wait, as soon as possible. Clear it. Like if you submit by May, in case if you can't get through, you will be able to submit by, if you submit by November 2024, you have 2 options. That is May 2025 as well as November 2025. So you have 2 options to resubmit in case if you could not get through. So when it comes to the research part, okay, you have to write, there are a few components. You have to write a 7,500 words report. Plus, you have to summarize that in a presentation. Plus, you have to submit an Excel spreadsheet showcasing your Excel skills. So for example, ratios or charts or whatever you prepared, you have to put in an Excel sheet. You have to refer your work. That is most important thing in this research. whatever you are writing in that 7,500 word, if it is not your own work, if you have copied, if you have obtained from some book, sorry, if you have obtained from some book or somewhere, you have to make sure that you are referring that properly. So you have to give a proper reference. Plus, by doing this research, you'd have learned something. So you had to prepare a 2,000 word document called a learning statement explaining what you have learned from by doing this particular research. So this 7,500 word normally, the report normally breaks into three parts. Part one, it's about the company and the topic what you're going to choose. Part two, it's about the theory what you're going to apply. Part three, it's about the it's about your conclusions, what you have found out. So if I take the research, there are some steps which you are supposed to follow. Number one, there are 15 topics given to you. You can't choose your own topics. There are 15 topics given to you. You are supposed to pick one topic out of that. So first step in your research is choosing the topic. You might think it's very easy, but that's the most challenging one for generally for students. Because once you choose the topic and once you start working, you can't go back. Therefore, it is very important to choose the right topic. Some topics may look easy, but after you starting to do only, you may understand it's a problem. Some topics may look very difficult, but once you start, it may look very easy. Some students, not all the students, some students, what they do is they parallelly work in two topics and they see which one they are doing better and they upload whatever looks good. Second thing, if you are choosing the topic, the next is you have to choose a company. Choose one company. So there are two types of research what you can do. One is called primary research. Other one is called secondary research. Primary research means you are supposed to conduct your research on your own. You are supposed to collect data firsthand. That means you may have to walk into an organization, you may have to conduct a survey, interview people, you have to collect data. Based on that, you have to conduct your research. That's what you call primary research. The secondary research is where you can rely on a company, which is, you can rely on a published data about a company and you can do the research on it. You don't have to walk into the company. For example, I have students who have done research about Tesla. I have students who have done research about AT&T of US, the telecommunication, Nestle, like that. Various global organizations, they have conducted the research because they choose the secondary research method and they relied on information published on the websites as well as in their annual reports. So if you are going to choose a company, you have to see based on the topic, like some topics you have to do primary research, some topics you have to do secondary research. It's given in the guidance. So based on that, only you have to choose a company. If you are going to do a primary research, no problem. You can pick any company, right? If it is a sizable company, now for example, at least 50 employees are working, and if there's a decent website for that company, and if that company is actually in operation, then of course you can do the research. If you're going for primary research, if your parents or if your relations or friends, if they have a small organization, of course you can do the research on that. One bad thing happened to me in my research life or the mentoring life. One student created a hotel and he did the research. So he got caught. Finally, he got caught and he got blacklisted. So don't do anything like that. The university is very strict about the discipline. So therefore, choose a company. If you are planning to do primary research, choose a company which is choose any company which is sizable, right? And it's actually existing. Secondary research, only the condition is it has to be a listed company. It can be listed anywhere in the world, not a problem. Say, for example, listed companies in Colombo or listed companies in Mumbai Stock Exchange, listed companies in Karachi Stock Exchange, no problem. Anywhere in the world, you can pick them and you can conduct your research. The third step is, once you have chosen the company, the third step is you have to choose theories to apply. That depends on your research topic. Now, for example, there's a research topic about employee motivation. So you may have to choose theories such as Abraham Maslow's theory of hierarchical needs theory, or you may have to use theory X, theory Y, things like that. So you have to choose minimum 2 theories, right? It is important. 2 theories need to be applied. And when it comes to financial related research projects, plus these 2 theories, you have to apply one, that is ratio analysis as well. It's a must. Now, for example, if you're going to analyze a financial information and a business performance of a company, you can use SWOT plus 4 plus 5 forces, plus you have to use ratio analysis. So then you have to establish the research questions. Now, when it comes to your exams, the syllabus is set by the examiner. But when it comes to the research, you are the one setting your syllabus. Your research questions are your syllabus. Research questions are what exactly you're going to find out, what exactly you're going to identify once you complete your research. That's your research questions. So once you pick the company and once you pick the theories, then we will be establishing the research questions. Once you have done that, thereafter it's your work. You have to conduct your research. You have to you have to refer to the websites, books, annual reports. You have to collect data, and based on that, you may have to conduct your research. Once you finish your research, you will do a presentation to me, right? And after it will be around 20 slides presentation, but within you have to do within 15 minutes. And then you will be giving me the report for me to go through. I'll go through. And once that is done, you can go ahead and upload. So you have to pay the university at the time of uploading. I mean, you may be doing the research with me or with anyone else. You don't have to pay to the business schools or your campus or anywhere for this research. Only the mentoring fee you have to pay. But when you are uploading, you are the one directly you have to pay the fee to the university. Because I have heard that some colleges are collecting money from the students and saying that they have to make the payment. No, you have to make the payment to the university, not the business school. Once you have uploaded, right? Once you have uploaded and made the payment, you have to the university will contact me to see whether you are really or the mentor, whether you really got mentored or not. So you have to understand who is a mentor. Some people think mentor is a research assistant. That means I'm there to do your research. No. Mentor, whether you are choosing me or anybody else, but mentor is not there to help you, to write your research, do your research. Mentor is there to, number one, tell you about the program, right? About this research. Now, when it comes to this particular program, I am playing 2 roles here. One is mentor plus lecturer. So I'll be explaining about the program. I'll be explaining how to do a research. I'll be explaining to you how to choose a theory. I may be having challenges with you regarding the theory, talk to you about the theory. I may conduct a few sessions on how to write a proper report, how to do a presentation. There'll be a few sessions conducted. That is, I'm doing as a teacher. But as a mentor, my role is like your mirror, acting like your mirror. That means when you do the research, right? First of all, when you establish your research questions, asking back from you, are the right research questions? Okay, these are the correct research questions? Having a discussion about that. When you are choosing the theory, having a discussion with you why you consider these as the right theories. When you are doing the presentation, questioning you back, how did you justify the conclusion? How did you arrive at a conclusion saying that something has happened or something did not happen? So it's about the role of mentor. It's not the role of teacher. Teachers where I help you how to understand this whole thing. For example, whatever I'm doing right now is a role of a teacher. But role of a mentor is where I'll be challenging you, right? I'll be like a mirror where you come with your research problems, you come with your research solutions, and you give it to me. I'll push it back to you, saying that asking by asking questions from you. So by the objective is by mentors discussions, by questioning by the mentor, the student will automatically improve the research report. So you have to understand the mentor is not examining, right? That means at the end of the research, you can't expect the mentor to say, yeah, your project will get through. Your project will not get through, right? Informally, sometimes we say that, but when it comes to, if the project is really, really bad, okay, but say for example, then otherwise it's a waste of 495 pounds or something, right? So informally, we might say that, but formally, as a mentor, mentor is not an examiner, and you are not supposed to ask from the mentor whether you can, it's whether it will get through or not, because we don't know. Because as mentor, I am not going to conduct your research. I'm not going to go through each and every your reference point and go and verify the information. But your examiner will do that. That's why they are charging 495 pounds. So when they go through their links, they will read whatever in the material, and they will see how you have paraphrased it, how you have written it. And if they come to a conclusion you are not done on the proper manner, you may get a failure there. So we try our best as much as possible to avoid that situation, but always you have to understand a mentor cannot play the role of an examiner. Right. So far, any questions? Anything you guys want to clarify with me before I show you the sources? Sahan and
Excuse me, sir.
clear. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, usually how long does it take for a research to be completed?
That
The
is
average
all
time?
average time, I would say 3 months, right? There are students, there only one student, I can't say there are much students, but only one student who have done the research within 1 month, but she was not employed. So generally, to do the research, you may need around 100 hours. So if you are an unemployed person, um, you can do that within 1 month. But if you're an employed person, I would say within 1 month will be very challenging. On average, it may be around 2 to 3 months. 3 months, you can take it as an average.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
There are a few questions. Let me answer one by one. Just to double check, it's okay to use international companies. Yes, Amra, you have to use international. It's good to use international companies because many international companies publish a lot of information about themselves. When it comes to Sri Lankan companies, they do not publish much information except there are some big corporates. See, your success will depend on the availability of information. You can do a fantastic research report, right? But if the company has not published some information, you may not have enough material to support your research. in such situation, you will automatically go for failure. See, the examiner always tell you. That's why I told you the first part is very challenging. The picking up the right company and the topic. Examiner will not forgive you, or he will not show any mercy to you if the information is not published by the company. It is your problem. You are the one choosing the topic. You are the one choosing the theory or company. So you have to choose the company with the right good amount of information. So as a mentor, whenever you choose a company and come back, then I will challenge you and I'll ask you a lot of questions. Is there an annual report? Have you seen that? See, as a mentor, I'll be a pain. Like any mentor will be a pain to you, right? Because we will be asking a lot of questions to understand whether you are going on the right track. Say, tell me how many pages are there in the annual report. Tell me these informations are disclosed or not. So like that, a lot of questions we will ask. So just to make sure that you are choosing the right company. Then Mohammed is asking what sorts of topics are asked of us. I'll show you that. Give me a couple of minutes. Then Sahan registered for ACCA in 2012, and at the time I completed up to 6 subjects. I still have to complete another 3 subjects at the skills level. Am I eligible for the OBU degree? Yes, Sahan, because actually, technically, earlier you are not, because 2012, if you have registered by 2022, only 10-year window is there. By 2022, you should have completed. But now there is a route where if you are doing a extra paper, if you are doing a extra paper, if you are doing a extra paper like final level, if you are doing at least 1 paper or something, you can submit. There's a route for that. We will go through that. I mean, when I show you the research guidance, it is there. What are the eligible criteria? Rebecca is telling I'm I'm a full-time student. If I complete the exams in September session, can I submit in the November? Yes, you can, but there's, September, yes, of course you can. September, if you submit, you will get the results by October, no? Yeah, October, then you have November. But before the results, see, if you get the results by October and if you are preparing for November, it will be very challenging. I mean, if you're a full-time student, that's fine, Rebecca. But I really don't know, like, your ability to write in English, your researching skills, information availability. So I told you one student got through. Okay. So there are students who could not complete. Like there are students who start 1 month before the submission date, but they can't complete. So then they postpone to the next session. So there's a risk. One option is you can start a little bit early. Once you complete your exams, you can start and then see whether you are getting through all the papers. If yes, you can go ahead and complete and submit by November. Other option is better to wait till the results and submit. So there's a risk. You have that risk you have to take. Amra is asking low FO included when taking the ACCA skills average when making the final grade. No, it's not. The final grade is based on your last 3 papers. That is, last 6 papers. Yeah, I think last 6 papers. Yes, it is included as I can remember. We'll go through. I'll show you the research guidance now. We'll go through and see. Okay, so screen. So there was one more question somebody asked. It's not showing to me. I saw one question, but I can't see that again. If I have not answered your question, please type it again. I will answer. So this is the university from where you will get your degree, Oxford Brookes University. So they have it's a massive university with so many different faculties. right? And it is one of the, it's not, it's one of the latest university in the UK, and it is considered as one of the best university in UK. So getting a degree from this university is good if you don't have a degree with you at the moment. So therefore, don't miss out this opportunity what you have. And if you have this degree, or if you go to the advantages of having these degrees, then you go to Middle East or Canada, they will ask more than the ACCA or anything. They will ask, do you have a degree? Because see, the Indians dominate many of those companies, and for them, the degrees are very important rather than the professional qualification. So then you always get that question of, do you have a degree or not? So therefore, better if you can have this degree or some degree, right? So when it comes to this university, they have undergraduate, postgraduate, even a PhD level courses they have. So when you are free, you can just go and see through the courses or whatever which is available there. But it is not relevant for you. I mean, it's not going to decide whether you're going to pass or fail, but just for a general understanding, you can have a look at the degree program offered by the university. One important thing which I have to tell you, the Oxford Brookes University have a good alumni network. Alumni network is where the past students of the university get together. Even in Sri Lanka, we have an alumni chapter. The alumni network is very, very much connected. So I have seen many students who have got through this degree and joined the alumni network. When they move to places like UK, they got a lot of help through the alumni network. So that is one advantage. And another thing is they organize a lot of world tours and different get-togethers and all. That is quite interesting. So in this in the ACCA website, there's a dedicated page for Oxford Brookes BSc. So you can see it's coming to an end in May 2026. So the university publishes a book called the Research Guidance, that is Oxford Brookes BSc Information Pack. Now, this information pack has all the information which is necessary for us to complete the research. So always get it, download it from the website. Don't get it from a friend or whatever, because every year they publish a new book. Your book should have the number 49 and 50, June 2024 edition. Many of the key matters I have explained. So out of these, one more point which I want to explain is, if you want, you can apply for a bursary. Bursary means financial assistance from the university. So there are students who have applied and they have got a financial assistance from the university, like they have waived off the total research fee, right? So if you think that you have a valid case, you can you let me know. Like I'll send you I'll help you with that, writing the research bursary application. But you should have a valid case. Why you need a scholarship like that? And if you do it really well, you'll get a prize, right? There's a prize, and you'll get around 400 or 500 pounds or something like that. So do it well. None of my students have yet got a prize. So I hope if you guys join me, and you'll be able to get a prize. Then here, what is important for, let's see what is important for us. So this is the structure which I explained to you guys. Your eligibility: have passed 3 ACCA applied skills examination, financial reporting, audit and assurance, and financial management, have passed or gained exemption from the other 6 papers at the knowledge and skills level. Note that conditional exemptions do not qualify if you submit the RAP. That means if you pass, you will get a submission exemption. That kind of conditional exemptions are not allowed. Have completed ACCA ethics and professional skills module, which they have paid your fees and all. Here we go. I think Sahan, this is the answer to your question. Passing your RAP within 10 years of the earliest of the date of your first ACCA examination pass, or the date of your first ACCA exemption being granted, right? So even though you have registered on, you said 2012, just see when you got your first ACCA exam pass. That will be the start. From that day, 10 years. If you have passed 3 ACCA, that is applied skills or strategic professional examination in the 5-year period before submission of your RAP. So if you are planning to submit RAP by November 2024, 5 years before that, in that 5 years, you should have done at least 3 applied skills or strategic professional papers. If yes, then you will be able to submit. So yeah, that's the other point which I told you, like if you have got an exemption for F7, F8 or F9, you have to forfeit your exemption to become eligible. Any ACCA members are here? So only for an ACCA member, this is only exemption. Demonstrate currency of knowledge by being a full member of ACCA of good standing. Members must have passed papers 7, 8, 9 or equivalent not earlier than 2000. Right? So if you have papers equal to 1 to 6 from pre-2000, you have to write to ACCA and see whether you are eligible or not. The members also can do, but they should have done the papers after 2000. So this is bursary and the prices which I spoke about. So if you are going to apply for your bursary, you have to do that before 1st of July. So there are 2 prizes which is available. There is a particular So you get a prize, plus you will be in the Student Accountant magazine as well. So this is the research report, 7,500 word and 2,000. These parts I explained. So the process they have mapped, which I took you all through. Now we come to the research topics, what you guys asked for earlier. Now, research topic number 1, analyze and evaluate impact of business and financial performance of an organization, of an aspect of an organization's performance management system. Companies might have budgetary control systems, costing techniques, environmental performance management mechanism. So analyzing that and see how much that is effective. It's you have to have connection to a company, and you have to do in that company by collecting primary research if you are choosing topic number 1. Topic number 2, analyze and evaluate the impact of an internal digital or technological innovation on the operational and financial performance of the organization. For example, sometime back, one student did in Ceylon cold stores, the Elephant House, where they have introduced automatic temperature monitor in their freezers, and which helped them to save a lot of money. He did a research about that. So it can be new innovation, new business process, new software, anything. Again, primary research. Analyze and evaluate the impact of financial performance of an organization of a recent change imposed by regulatory environment. Right now, for example, a tax change. Now, one student did you remember, like Sri Lankan government brought a new law saying that all the people who are in the estate sector has to be paid minimum wages of 1,000 rupees per day. So how did that affected one of the plantation company? Say, for example, recently we have got a lot of new laws, right? No new laws, new taxes and all. So how did that affected a particular company? If you analyze in that topic number 3, you have to do it with the publicly available information. So you can do it anywhere. You can do it for anywhere in the world. Topic number 4, you have to find out a company which has really performed bad in the last 3 years. And you have to critically analyze why they have performed really bad. A good example is Now Local, Soft Logic Group. Guide example, any company which has gone bankrupt or close to bankruptcy in these years, you can identify them, apply your SWOT analysis or PESTEL or whatever, ratio analysis, and find out why they have gone bad. Topic number 5, other way around. Topic number 4 is secondary research, no primary research there. Topic number 5, other way around. Find a company which is performing exceptionally well, a great company, and analyze why they are doing so great. One student did for Lanka Milk Foods, which was doing really great. One student did for Expo Lanka as a company. Yeah. So like that, you can pick a company which is really doing really great, and you can analyze why they are doing good. Topic number 6, primary research topic. You have to analyze and evaluate the effectiveness of key factors to have an impact on employees in an organization. This is what you call employee motivations kind of things, where you analyze and see why the company has what sort of company policies, what sort of company behavior is affecting an employee's performance. Using the theories, you have to analyze. Number 7, research an organization that has undergone a major change in the last 5 years, and see whether is there a positive impact or a negative impact because of that change. One student did merger of Microsoft and LinkedIn, right? And what's the impact it had on LinkedIn? So like that, you can pick two companies which have merged in the recent past, and you can analyze what has whether it has resulted in a positive thing or not. My suggestion to you would be, if you are doing this topic, do not, even though they say you can use secondary research, you may need a lot of information. So better do a primary research if you are choosing topic number 7. But it can be done either as a primary research or secondary research. Topic number 8 is where you identify an industry which has really good, which is really facing a lot of challenges, and how a company performed on these challenges. Again, secondary research topic. Most famous topics students do 4, 5, and 8. These are 3 topics generally students do. Topic number 6 also quite famous among students. Topic number 9, analyze and evaluate management of change within a specific area of the organization, resulting from a strategic decision taken in the last 5 years. For example, the internal project company would have taken a project to do some CSR activities or technological developments or whatever, how that has helped the company to perform. That's what you have to analyze. Again, you need primary information. Number 10, analyze and evaluate the use of non-financial metrics in the management of the performance of an organization. Now, there are KPIs, there are KRIs, key risk indicators, environmental sustainability indicators. So these are called non-financial information. For example, employee motivation level, electricity usage level, recycled units level. So how this is helping the organization to perform well. So again, you can either do it as a primary research or a secondary research. My suggestion, do it as a primary research. Otherwise, pick a company which has so much of disclosures. Then topic number 11, analyze and evaluate how an organization has managed to use the data to inform business performance and achieve strategic advantage. So how the data has been used to improve the business. For example, you can do for OpenAI, ChatGPT, because that's a business, that's $1 billion, or it's a much more $1 billion business, which is thriving on the data. But unfortunately, because it's collect a lot of data and it is thriving. But here you have to have direct access to the organization. The Cargills, they collect data about customers through loyalty points, and they use it to better, promotions. And number 12, analyze and evaluate the effectiveness of aspect of a control environment of the organization. Say, for example, internal audit or corporate governance or risk management, how much effective they are, you have to analyze. Again, it's a primary research topic. I'm a risk professional, so if you are choosing topic number 12, I'll be very happy. I mean, you don't have to, but if you are choosing, you have to have an access to that company. Topic number 13, identify a company which has very bad ethical practices, say frauds or creative accounting or bribing people, right? So such a company, and see why they are doing really bad in the last 5 years. Topic number 14, it's opposite of the topic number 13. Identify a company which is strong, very good ethical practices, and analyze why they are doing really good. Topic number 15, analyze and evaluate the impact of financial and business performance of the strategy adopted by an organization in one of the functional areas. So a strategy, a marketing strategy or HR strategy or an environmental strategy, whatever company has adopted, how it has helped the company is something you have to analyze and see. So those are the 15 topics. So if you are planning to do, you can let me know 3 topics, whatever you like, so I can give you a good guidance on that. And plus, for some reason, my YouTube is not loading here. ACCA OBU has a YouTube channel. In that channel, they have given guidance about each and every topic. There are small 5 minutes, 6 minutes videos that have been uploaded by the university themselves. So you can watch it and you can get a good understanding about the research as well. If you simply type here, here it comes. ACCA OBU, ACCA channel should come. Here come Oxford Brooks channel, BSc in Applied Accounting. So so all the introduction to the research topics and everything, they have explained in small videos, which you can go through. So assessment criteria. So these are things based on which you will get the marks, right? So which is given here. So in detail, they have explained what you are supposed to do. But this is what I use as a guideline when I'm doing the mentoring for you guys. Then submission, your submission day would be 1st of November is a date you can submit. Up to 6th of November, you can submit. Your fee would be £520. If you think that is very high, please write for a bursary as soon as possible. So you have to work with a mentor. Without a mentor, you can't upload the research. The university says we have to have only 3 meetings with you, but I'm not only a mentor. I'll teach you as well. So we'll be having a lot of, in unlimited amount of meeting we'll be having until you are up and running. So this is getting started. These are technical items. Here they have given a list of theories what you can use as well in the research guidance. So if you choose a topic, go there and see what theory you can use in that topic. Reference, how to do referencing, they have given in detail. So which I have a separate recorded version of my lecture. I will share that with you guys to learn how to do the referencing. Then submission process I'll show you. There's a question. Regarding topic number 13, can we use companies like Enron or WorldCom, or it should be a company that have been fought during the last 5 years? No, last 5 years. You can't use Enron, Sonar. You have to find out. There are enough companies in the last 5 years who have got fought. So you have to use one of them. For example, there was a company, a bit, not Bitcoin, like they launched one of the blockchain and they stole a lot of money. You can write about them. So what if you are unable to write 7,500 words, say the limit falls below like 6,500 words? Will the research project be rejected then? No, it won't get rejected, but you lose marks. It's like, say, 100 marks is what you're going to get. So if you write the entire 7,500 words, and if you're properly putting down each and every point nicely, you're going to get the 100 marks. If you write only 6,500, it's like in the exam paper, you are answering out of 5 questions, only 4 questions you have answered. Like that. You can apply for extension. I mean, if you can't complete by November, for example, someone asked September exam, can I apply? An extension to the current submission deadline, the extension will be granted on the length of time you have applied by the exceptional circumstance up to a maximum of 3 weeks, right? Say one student who had to go to Hajj. So during the submission period, he has to go to Hajj. So therefore, what he did was he wrote and he got that exemption of 3 weeks. So, and the student, the time flooding or whatever happened, and he got affected, and he wrote, and they gave the extension. Like that, if you can personally prove that you are affected by something, then you can get an exemption. Then resubmission is not relevant for you guys. You can resubmit 2 times. Graduation ceremonies will happen in Kuala Lumpur, Dubai, and Oxford. You will be invited generally to Kuala Lumpur graduation ceremony. But you'll be getting it's up to you to apply. So these are degree classes. That is, if a bachelor's degree can be a first class, upper second class, lower second, or third class, right? So your average mark will be based on the last 6 papers. The 6 papers, whatever you are taken. That is including PF4. I think Amra or someone asked that question from me. So 6 papers. You have to get, if your average mark is 50 to 52, don't worry about the research. Even if you get A grade for the research, you will only get a 3rd class degree. But if your average mark is somewhere around 68 or more, again, don't worry about the research. Whether you get C or B or A or whatever in the degree, the research report, you'll get 1st class degree. So based on your marks, based on the grades, what you're going to get for your research, the grade, the class of the degree, whether you're going to 1st class degree or upper second class or lower second class, will be decided. You would see some authors, some tutors, and all, they put BSc 1st class, right? It's a prestigious thing to have a 1st class degree, so try to get it. Yes, so basically that's the end of the introduction hour. Exactly, I took 1 hour. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask from me. There's 1 question, 2 questions. How long it will be take for the results to be released after submission? It takes roughly 3 months. So if you submit by November, you'll get the results by March 20th or something, you'll get the research. So December, January, February, in March only you'll get the results. Then 1 question, do you like what marks ranges are given for ABC? If there are any marks ranges, just to have an idea. No, I showed you a criteria. Show you again. Remember, I showed you this. See, and the important thing: do not copy anything. Huh? If you copy from the previous students or whatever, turn it in they use to analyze, and they can easily find it out. So therefore, do not try to copy. Make sure that it is your original work. See, these are criterias, right? So each criteria, see, they are given. Say, for example, how much you have understood the business model. So if you are written properly, you might get A. If you are written really okay, B. Little bit okay, C. Otherwise, F. So there's no mark range, but they have criterias that whether you have written that properly to meet this criteria or not is what they check. Based on that, they give marks. Now, how much marks for each criteria, which I don't know, like application of accounting models, how much marks they are giving, and the presentation skills, how much mark they are giving. There's no guidance like that, but I assume it's equal. But based on if you meet these criteria, you'll get the full marks. Okay. When should I start to submit? By November? Generally, after the open hour, I start my work. So you can, I mean, with any mentor, you can start as soon as possible. Generally, that's a practice. If you have around 5 months, then it is easy for us to do the research. If it is 3 months or whatever, it will become quite challenging. Yes, there is a specific format, which is again given here. I told you that part 1, part 2, part 3. So don't use your own formats. There's a format given here. Now, maybe your mentor will be giving you sample research reports, so you can use it. But always make sure whatever is in line with the format given here. Page number 6. Here we go. See, if you are writing a primary research, what's the format is given here on page number 56, right? Title page, contents, introduction, and under that, what you have to write also given there. And secondary research, what you are supposed to write also given there, given on page number 57. Right? This is a format which you are supposed to follow. Great. Any other questions? Anything else to clarify? All right. So if you don't have any question, we can wrap up this open hour. Make sure, I mean, whether you are doing this degree or some other degree, I mean, I know most of you are ACCA students, but take a academic line as well. Complete your masters, complete your PhDs. That's really interesting life as a researcher. And if you become a researcher, say for example, if you're really interested, you can do masters and then you do research there and you do a PhD. You can apply, I mean, to foreign universities to do your PhD, right? To do researchers, and those guys pay you to do your PhD. When you come to PhD, you don't have to pay and do. They will pay you. There you will be a research assistant and you'll be conducting the research. So if you, I mean, you can be a lecturer, you can be a teacher, you can be a superstar teacher, superstar lecturer in the universities. There are lecturers in professors of Sri Lankan universities go abroad to do guest lectures. So like that, it's a beautiful world of academic professionals. So doing a research is a start of it. So if you're interested, you can take one more career path rather than becoming an accountant or anything. All right. Thank you very much for joining. We will all the best with your research.